Thanks for joining us, Mark. Tibbs, top trainer, man who's looking more and more like his dad every time I see him. Mark, I understand you're at Fuertevntura. What are you doing out there? I guess you're with Billy Joe.
Yes, Steve. Well, me and Billy Joe and the rest of in shape. He's knuckling down. We're waiting for a date, and nothing's been nailed down yet. But we're excited.
Yeah, I mean, what's it like working with Billy Joe? When when you came back together, was it like he'd never been away?
To be honest with you, yeah, it was pretty. I feel, I can only speak for myself. It was, it was very, very easy. To be honest with you, yeah, it was. I think no, it was from myself. It was a good connection, an easy connection.
Yeah. When you find someone like Billy at this stage of his career, can you still teach him things, or do you just have to brush up on things that you think he might not be doing right?
Well, as I say, when we had a couple of sessions back in at the Origin gym in Rainham in Essex, where my base is in London, we had a few sessions there, and my first thing I said to him, Bill, listen, there's not, I can't teach you anything. You're a superb elite boxer, but there are things I can remind you of, and when we get in some form of shape, you're gonna do things that you've never done before, and that just comes with momentum and fitness and getting in shape and knuckling down, and I feel he understood what I was saying, so I feel that we got off to a good start.
Is it important, final one on Billy Joe, we want to talk about your gym in Essex. Is it really important for someone like him that he's kept really busy now and not having year layoffs at his age now? Because, with Bill, he goes away, he puts on a bit of weight, and then you're spending 3 weeks getting weight off him before you train him.
Of course it is. I mean, I've explained to him himself, and he knows it already. He ain't stupid. He's a very, very clever man. But, this is the window of opportunity, and where he is right now, and being world champion and being up there, this is his. It's not a best time of this COVID business, but all the promoters are doing what they can to roll on, and he knows he's got to. This is his window of opportunity, and if it goes by or he lets it go by, he will regret it, because when a fighter and an athlete loses their youth, it's like losing a member of your family, and I wouldn't want him to go through that, because it's not very nice.
And tell us about this gym in Essex that you started up. The reason I'm asking you, Mark, because you've been training. I mean, I know people think of you as Jimmy's son and still young. You've been training for 20 or 30 years, so you've always had different gyms. So it's right, now. You're middle age. You finally got your own home as a gym. Yeah,
well, to be honest with you, in any gym since I was 6 years old, I've been fighting. I've been boxing. I've been in and around boxing since the age of 6 years old, and no matter wherever I train or wherever I work with people, I always feel at home, and that's where my problems go away, in the gym. And I think you find a lot of people say that, but no, I found myself, I moved to Upminster in Essex in about 4 years ago, and I had a young son. He's 5 years old now, and I moved out of East London into Upminster, and I needed to find a base where I was where it weren't too far away, because I used the Peacock gym since I was in my late 20s and my early 20s, I guess. And so I've been there, and that feels like home. That'll always feel like home. But this COVID's hit everything, and it's allowed me to give myself some time to arrange a boxing base of my own. So that's where I've ended up. It's only 3 miles from where I live. It's an established gym already, but I've got a good rapport with the owner, and we've got the upstairs of the gym. The weight and strength conditioning's all downstairs, and funny enough, the leaseholder on the gym itself, on the weighted area, he was in when I was in the England squad back in my teens in Shoreditch, he was one of my teammates, and I didn't know him. he knew me, but it was nice. But yeah, Kevin Reynolds, he's the leaseholder on the gym. But no, we've got a fantastic setup there. We've got all the VO2 testing stuff for the
I've seen
for the
stuff,
boys.
on social.
Yeah. So
what other kids you got in there, Mark?
Well, at the minute, I've got a young heavyweight which I'm excited about. He's a matchroom fighter. He's a big boy. He's 17.5 stone, very athletic. I think his sport was rugby initially, like when he was a young boy himself. He's only 21, but he's a graduate out of university, and he's a very clever boy. And he's expected to fight on the AJ card in December, so he's making his debut. So I'm excited with him. I've got another young kid. His name's Johnny Fisher. Johnny Fisher.
Oh yeah, I saw it time with
He's pretty raw, and he's got a lot to learn, but he's got all the attributes that you'd want in a heavyweight, and he's very, very popular amongst the people in Essex.
Yeah, 21-year-old heavyweight who's raw. They don't even need to have a fight till they're 24, 25. So you've got all the time in the world to get the rawness out of him before you let him loose, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah, he's been introduced him to Peter Fury. He's looked after him. He's done a bit of sparring with Hughie Fury up there, and Cash Ali, and he's doing a little bit with Joe Joyce at the minute, last week and this week, and he's expected to come over here for a bit of experience.
Is he ready for what? Billy Joe? Is he ready for Billy Joe?
No, he's not. He ain't got no sparring. He's gonna be like a little tag along.
Yeah, no, I mean Billy Joe's antics, Joe's pranks for a young boy.
Well, I've got a little middleweight. I say little middleweight. He's a big middleweight. He's only 21. James Hawley, and there's something about him, and he reminds me of Billy Joe when Billy Joe was his age, if you know what I mean. And so he's eager to come over, and he might be useful to break Billy in a bit of sparring. So James Hawley, he's one to watch out for the future. He's a middleweight, and he's very, very talented. And Harvey Horn, I've also working with a guy called Harvey Horn. He's WBO Europe flyweight champion. Yeah, he's under new management, and I'm not too sure who the management are at the minute, but he's been introduced to them by some certain people, and he looks like getting a fight in around December too. So yeah,
he needs to get busy, Harvey, because every time he's won, and you think there's a bit of momentum through no fault of his own, he's not been out, has he?
100%. He's a great athlete, Harvey. There were areas he needed to move up on, as in but that comes with being lack of momentum fight wise. So, but since I've had this new gym in Raynham, it's suited him. He's been in. I've had some decent sparring here and there for him. He don't have to overdo it with the sparring, but I feel he's moved on in himself, and he needs to be. Like, he's 23, 24 now, but under this new management he's with, hopefully they can keep him busy. So we'll see. But he's meant to be fighting in December.
All right. Mark, that's brilliant. I know it's late. It's getting on at night over there. I can see it's pitch black out there. I appreciate you giving me some time tonight to tell us about Billy Joe and all the lads in your stable. Enjoy the rest of your time in Fuerteventura, and have a great camp with all the lads.
Lovely, Steve. Thank you. Really good to see you again, my man.
And you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve. Take care. Thank you.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.